Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, Holy Ghost, the one true God. Back with you with the next video in my Line of God's Daily Dare series. As usual, before I discuss what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Dare video, I want to go ahead and read you a chapter from the Bible. Today I will be continuing with Deuteronomy chapter 18. The priests, the Levites, and all the tribe of Levi shall have no part nor inheritance with Israel. They shall eat the offerings of the Lord made by fire, and his inheritance. Therefore shall they have no inheritance among their brethren, and the Lord is their inheritance, as he hath said unto them. And this shall be the priest's due from the people, from them that offer a sacrifice, whether it be ox or sheep, and they shall give unto the priest the shoulder, and the two cheeks and the maw. The first fruit also of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thine oil, and the first of the fleece of thy sheep shalt thou give him. For the Lord thy God hath chosen him out of all thy tribes, to stand to minister in the name of the Lord, him and his sons forever. And if a Levite come from any of thy gates out of all Israel where he sojourned, and come with all the desire of his mind, unto the place which the Lord shall choose, then he shall minister in the name of the Lord his God, as all his brethren the Levites do, which stand there before the Lord. They shall have like portions to eat, beside that which cometh of the sale of his patrimony. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God. For these nations which thou shalt possess hearkened unto observers of times, and unto diviners, but as for thee, the Lord thy God hath not suffered thee so to do. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me; unto him ye shall hearken. According to all that thou desirest of the Lord thy God in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, Let me not hear again the voice of the Lord my God, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. And the Lord said unto me, They have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou say in thine heart, How shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken. But the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. This is a very powerful and beautiful chapter here. The first thing that caught my attention is here. These verses here in Deuteronomy 18:10 and 11. There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all these things that are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God. You know what's so interesting is, with the spread of Christianity, these things like necromancy, charmers, divination, enchanters, witches, passing your children through the freaking fire, those things don't happen much anymore in the Christian world. So that's where basically I thought that was just so funny. Is that's one thing that Christians have definitely done a good job of, is they do not believe in these like charming, like I won't speak for anybody. I'm not speaking for any Christians. It's that you don't see typically like witches and enchanters and necromancers and all consulters of spirits, or with familiar spirits, as we're consulted with familiar spirits. So it's divination, etc. So it's definitely super cool that like that was actually the reality of the world one day, and today that's not at all the case. So it's just like fascinating because it was like, that's just what it was. So yeah. Yeah. So the next one that caught my attention here, of course, is the verse that the great Saint Stephen. I don't want to call him like my favorite saint. I've said this in the past in many videos. I just like Stephen so much because he says before he dies, he says, "Lord, forgive, lay not the sin at their charge," and that's something that just I just thought that's just so great. Yeah, and I mean, I won't call him my favorite saint because I love all the saints and I respect all the saints, and I don't want to say I love all the saints in the sense that I don't know if, because I talk about how love means sacrifice. I don't know if I actively sacrifice for the saints in my life today, but I most certainly respect them and everything they did, and I cherish them. So yeah. So this idea here of this verse here, and the Lord said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. So that idea of this one here, the verse is actually Deuteronomy 18:15. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken. Saint Stephen references this in a speech in Acts 7, where he talks about that Jesus Christ was this man, and of course the idea as well that is of course there. It's just such a powerful verse because um, this foretells, of course, also of, well, what exactly is a prophet, and it's very powerful here. Later on in the chapter, God addresses this. He says, "But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken. But the prophet hath spoken presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him." So yeah, super, super, super duper powerful, and I just absolutely love that because it's that idea that God is the one in charge. God is in control, and you know what's so incredible about it is it's like, if God is in control of everything, what is the purpose? Well, the purpose of life, I've talked about this many times, is to serve God. That is the purpose. And the most beautiful thing about it is that every being, including God, has free will. And that's truly, I mean this, the way that I believe that I, as myself, as the Spirit of God, shine brightest, is in the perfect service I have for God. The thing about perfection is it's not this thing where there's ego or anything like that. It's literally just about serving Him. And that's what God intended for man. And man goes astray from that because of the original sin from Adam that they inherit and they manifest in their own sins. And that's basically the difference, is this idea that God wanted man to live perfectly. They sinned for all those years. There wasn't an answer that was working for them. And God Jesus came, and He is the answer to that sin. And one day they can live forever sinlessly with Him in new heaven and new earth. So that's the story. And the purpose is that men actually have the free will to choose the decisions they want. And another level of irony of that is that at the end of the day, there is a book of life that is written. I believe that the book is there, and only the names of the people who are written in that book will be worthy of eternal life. So is there free will? Absolutely. And also there is a book of life with the names written already. I believe that. So yeah, let me actually Google that. Yeah, exactly. Revelation 13:8. Let me go ahead and read this for you in the KJV version. Revelation 13:8. Just an incredible verse Revelation 13:8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. So that idea being that from the foundation of the world, the names of the people are written in the book of life. Exactly. So one of the other translations says, everyone on earth whose name was not written. I don't want to quote the entire verse. Yeah, exactly. So the idea is clear that the everyone whose name is not in the book of life, which was created at the foundation of the world, will worship this antichrist figure, I believe. So that's what's so powerful about it, is it's like there's the free will that men have, right? But there's Jesus and God already know who the good men are, in terms of good being, in this case, those who will believe in God. So yeah, it's just super, super, super duper powerful. So I just want to say that. So with that, I'll go ahead and end the Bible reading there for today, and transition over to what I have achieved since yesterday's daily dive video. Yeah, actually, I'll just end the video there. I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.